Hey YouTube, as part of yesterday's rollout of the new season of Max Out for Pokemon Go, they officially released Go Battle League. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the schedule, Pokemon you should start thinking about. So not that it's good news. I've already covered a lot of this in depth. We've already gone over all the move changes. I've already gone over which Pokemon are going to fall and why, which Pokemon are going to be meta. If you want to look at the top 10 Great League Pokemon that I think are going to be in the meta next season, check it out. So what we're going to mostly focus on in this is the schedule. A couple things you need to start thinking about if you want to start building Pokemon. And then, unfortunately, we did not get any news about the specific buffs to Metal Claw or Psywave. They're just both there. Oops, my camera fell off. Hopefully, I'll just get that back in a second. There we go. So let's go over the information. Starts on... So they changed a lot, but they didn't change the... rank up requirement is just the same 3,000 ELO, stuff like that. So that's fine. Schedule. Let's roll right into it. So this season in the Max Out is Galar focused, and there are a lot of Galar Cups associated with that. So right off the bat, there is a Little Cup. There is Little Cup back to back. So right off the bat, I'll tell you, first week we're just doing Open Great League. We're going to test all these new Pokemon with all their moves and buffs and nerfs. And because Galar Little Cup is on second week, we're not even going to touch Galar Cup the first week. We're just going to focus on it the second week when it is Ultra League on. So first week, we're going to do Ultra League, test all the new moves. Second week, we'll split between Ultra League testing new moves in the Ultra League and the Galar Cup, Little Cup. Then Niantic does their first mistake, Master League and a Psychic Cup. We hate single typing cups. We hate typings with we hate cups with like 3 or less typings. So to only have a Psychic Cup, which is 1 typing on the same week of Master League is not good. So third week's gonna be a little rough. Then we have the Open for all of them. Then we loop back to the Great League with the Galar Cup of a Great League. So not Little Cup anymore, the Open Great League. Again, I'll go over teams for the Galar Cup closer to. We'll bring up the Galar Cup, so the Galar Pokemon, so you can kind of get an idea what those are. Then there is the Sunshine Cup, which we've seen before. Halloween Cup. Halloween Cup is generally fun because it's got like a lot of ghosts and dark and other typings that are generally fun. There's like 5 or 6 typings. We'll go over it down here. Great League Remix. I haven't looked at it yet. I would love to see what the Great League Remix is when half these Pokemon are probably useless now. Open there. And then we have a Master League Premier. Willpower Cup. Have we seen this? Retro Cup we definitely have seen, and then Open there. There is a Go Battle weekend on the 2nd to 3rd. 100 battles, as it usually is, so good time to grind there. In terms of encounters, nice to see Frigbacks in here, honestly, at the 2750. That's the only thing I actually care about in that. Yeah. Freebacks at 2750 is the only thing I care about in this list here. Go Battle Pass. So again, you get Elite, Fast, and Charge TMs. So remember to activate that pass. This is the pose. Is he pretending to be a puppeteer? What is this pose? Okay. It's inspired by Alistair. And this is weird. He looks like he's a puppeteer, right? It looks like he's just playing, like he's pulling some strings. Is that the point of it? Again, I've never played this. Is that the point? Based on this face, I don't know what is going on. But that is not a great pose. Okay, Galar region. 500 and less, only Pokemon found in the Pokemon Sword and Shield Pokedex are eligible. So we're going to look that up. Pokemon Galar region list. Pokemon Sword and Shield Galar Pokemon. Okay, so here are the I did this in the video I showed you yesterday. It's a mixture of new Pokemon, old OG Pokemon that we already have, and then some strong ones coming out. So all these new legendaries are going to be released. We'll test them out, but I've got to imagine that, sorry, not legendaries, starters. All these starters are going to be released. I got to imagine that there's a very, 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 very few starters that start off well without their community day move. So I expect it to be more of the same of just Pokemon that they're going to be okay, but probably not great until they get the community day move. But we already have some Pokemon that are usable. Charge-a-Bug, Noctowl with the Wing Attack is probably even worse now, so probably won't use that. But we got Greedent in there. We know Greedent's good. Obstagoon counter may be less useful now. Double Kick is still good. Shiftry, we have Diggersby, right? So there's a lot of already useful Pokemon that we have. Roserade, we've already had a Community Day. Pelipper got nerfed with Wing Attack, but there's your Galvantula. There's your some OG Pokemon like Ninetales that will be useful this season. Frostlass is always great in limited cups. Golurk with the Mud Slap nerf. That's probably pretty good. Beware is out. Abomasnow, Quagsire is still going to be top tier. So there's a lot of Pokemon, and then Pangoro, which with the new Karate Chop is going to be super, super strong. So there's already a lot of very good usable Pokemon. Some OGs, right? So Machamp and Haunter and Gengar are going to be usable. So Gyarados. So it's a mixture of like Pokemon specifically to the region, old school Pokemon. A lot of these we already have. I was looking at this yesterday. So there's Ferrothorn. That's probably going to be pretty good. There's your Eevee and Evolutions here. So there's a lot of options that we already have. So when it comes down to like, oh, I'm worried about these new Pokemon I don't have yet, it seems like there's already a lot of Pokemon that are strong. There's Gastrodon with the new Mudslap buff, and Golisopod as a nice answer, potentially as a bug to that. So I think a lot of usable Pokemon, and you'll probably have way more than you think you do already, right? Because this is a pretty fulsome list here. And a lot of them are already out. And then some rare ones, and then we're going to get a new dragon eventually. It's in the 10-kilometer eggs eventually there. So we'll go over the full list when PvPoke updates it. For the Little Cup, Psychic Cup. Again, only Psychic Pokemon are eligible. Mew is not, because that's kind of a cheat code, because it's a Psychic with Shadow Claw and a million moves. Malamar usually dominates in this one because it's half Psychic, half Dark. So Malamar usually dominates. And then there's a couple other Pokemon that get access to like Charm and stuff like that. It's a really bad cup. I really don't like it. Sunshine, 4 typings: Normal, Fire, Grass, and Ground. Charizard is not allowed. And then the Howling Cup. Howling Cup is always fun. Poison, Bug, Ghost, Dark, and Fairy. I think it's fun because there's a lot of typings here that we'd otherwise not use a bunch, like Poison and Bug. We generally not use a bunch. Ghost and Dark sparingly, and then Fairy there. So I really like the Halloween Cup. Okay, this is what I want to see. Yeah, these Pokemon are useless. Not all of them, but... So which one are still good and which ones are going to be way less used? Pokemon that are still good that will be restricted: Sandslash, Wiggly, Dugong, Lantern's Borderline, Feraligatr for sure, Typhlosion, Azumarill, Quagsire, Whiscash, Bastiodon to a certain extent, Talonflame, Charge-a-Bug, Skeldurge are all still usable. Annihilate, Altaria, Skarmory, Mantine, Gligar, Lickitung, Poliwrath all got nerfed, so they're not going to be as useful anyways. So it's kind of a weird list. Premier means no legendary Pokemon, still level 50, but no legendary. So think of your now Gudras. Gyarados was always top 1, Dragonite. Those are going to be Westlake Premier. Willpower, Fighting, Psychic, and Dark. Have we seen Willpower? Fighting, Psychic, and Dark. Okay, so fighting. Okay, so triangle here. Okay. Fighting, super effective against Dark. Dark, super effective against Psychic. Psychic, super effective against Fighting. Again, you're going to have Pokemon with those dual typings dominate. Malamar, again, Malamar is half Dark, half Psychic. It will do well. Medi, a fighter that is half Psychic. Run it with Psycho Cut. It will probably do well, right? So those are the type of Pokemon you need to look for there. Retro Cup, yeah, Dark Steel Fairy. That seems to be on every other season. Then the Catch Cup. Switch timer down to 50 seconds. We know that we'll reevaluate the change for next season and onward. I hope they keep 50 because I think it's good. We've already seen all these nerfs and buffs. I will just point out that they have not said Metal Claw energy generation increase, and same with Psywave energy generation increase. PvPoke right now is assuming 2 energy generation increase on Psywave and only 1 on Metal Claw. If Metal Claw gets to 2, like Empoleon jumps to number 1 Pokemon and Ferrothorn jumps to like number 10. So we'll have to see, unfortunately, closer to September 3rd, what this Metal Claw buff is. But we've seen about those. We've seen all these new moves. So this will be a much quicker look down here. So what do you need to focus on? I would start focusing on the Galar Pokemon, obviously, because you have 2 little cups and you have a Great League edition there. And we're going to have like a catch cup. So if you're catching some of these Galar Pokemon during the catch cup, during the season, you have an option for catch cup. So obviously I would focus on the Galar Pokemon. I'm pretty guaranteed Psychic Cup, Sunshine Cup, Halloween Cup, and Retro Cup. 1,000,000% have played it in the past before. So all those, you can go to my channel, search, or go by my playlists. I have playlists for all of them. So if you want ideas of which Pokemon were strong before, I do top teams every single time. So go to my playlist, find the top teams for this. It'll have rankings and it'll have teams, and it'll give you an idea of which Pokemon were strong in the past that are probably still strong outside of the nerfs, right? So if we knew that Medi was super strong 3 seasons ago with the counter nerf, like again, I think it's Psycho Cut probably plays, but like just take it with a grain of salt, right? So if you want to get ahead on these things, go check out my playlist, go find the top team video. It'll have a ranking. It'll give you an idea of what to do. Again, catch the Galar Pokemon. The first event is September 3rd. I will cover that event on September 2nd as we get closer to. That'll allow potentially PV Poke to update with Pokemon and moves. That'll give us more information on stats and stuff like that. So I'll cover that closer to on the 2nd. And then that's basically it. We'll test out, again, in terms of my schedule for GBL, first week, I will test out Great League, all the new moves and like nerfs and buffs. Second week, we'll split Ultra League and Galar Cup. Third week, we're probably just going to run Psychic Cup, unfortunately, but at least it's only for 1 week. Probably mostly Great League. Great League and Galar Cup. Great League, we'll probably split 50-50, but maybe 75-25 for more Galar Cup. Ultra League Sunshine Cup, probably mostly Sunshine Cup. And then definitely 100% Little Cup Edition Halloween. Probably 100% Great League Edition Halloween. Probably Great League. Mix of Master League and Master League Premier and Great League here. Probably a mix of Ultra League and Willpower Cup. Start with Willpower Cup and go there. Unfortunately, Retro Cups are our only option here. And then mostly probably Great League and then ending. So that is what we are probably going to focus on with event coverage and other stuff in between. I will mention this in my first video of the new season when I start covering these Pokemon. They're all going to be Beyond the Hypes, right? So for the first week, we are going to do a crap ton of Beyond the Hypes to cut through what is going to be a million content creators saying, oh, this Pokemon is the strongest thing in the world. Well, no, not every Pokemon is the strongest thing in the world. We will look at what is actually strong and not strong and what buffs make a difference and what do not. But I will have no more videos from you guys because I'm going to go through all of them because the meta is changing significantly with all these nerfs. The battles from this season and past seasons are irrelevant. So in my first video of the season, probably first couple, I will just be like, guys, I'm out of videos. If you'd like to submit some videos for me to cover, link in the description, please submit some battles. So you'll do that. Anyways, that is it. That is GBL. Again, I mentioned this in my video yesterday afternoon when I covered the max out events in general, like the season in general. This is Niantic's, I said, final push. We have Galar Pokemon, which people have been asking for a while. We have Dynamax, which is a new function in the game. We have a complete change of the meta of Pokemon, of GBL. Nerfs and buffs and switch timer decrease and stuff like that. This is Halloween, and then September to December is probably one of the best season periods in Pokemon Go, because like Halloween is one of the best events in Pokemon Go. Halloween event is one of the best in Pokemon Go in general, and then you have like this new season starting up September with new Pokemon, stuff like that. So there's a lot of excitement going on. I've seen it in the subscriber count. I've seen it across the views of other channels as well. There is hype right now. How long is this hype going to last? Niantic needs to ride this hype and try and get more people back into the game. If they can't max out the hype of this and get people back in the game now, I think we have a problem moving forward. But hopefully with the new GBL, everything here, and the new Dynamax and the new Pokemon, I hope the game will get back to a little more fun and more people getting back into it. Because for me, I hit Legend about 2 weeks ago now. I have not played GBL since, and I've barely opened the game since. There's not much going on for me. But September, I'm excited about all this stuff. So I hope you guys are as well. So let me know in the comments below what you think about the season, the Pokemon. Again, if you want to check out my playlist, go check out all those teams. If you want to check out my videos last week, go just sort by my videos last week. I go over an hour-long video on all the nerfs and buffs and what this means. And then I go over top 10 Pokemon, whether they are top 10 Pokemon that I expect for the Great League and Ultra League and Master League. And a video on whether these nerfs make Pokemon useless. So if you missed any of those videos and you're wondering like what's going on next season, go check out all of those. But that is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.